How you doing, guys? Travis Winfield here, and this week on the Winfield Weekly, let's talk about that age-old question: when is it a great time to buy? You know, that I get asked that question so often because, you know, as of right now, 2019, you know, everybody's still scarred from the market crash, the housing market crash of 2006 to 2008. And so there's still questions like, oh my gosh, are we staring at another housing crash? Should I buy now? Should I wait? I'll leave you with this. The fact is that you never know. If I had a crystal ball, I would be a billionaire right now, but we never know. So statistically, they always tell you to just, if you can afford it, if the time is right for you financially, then you should buy. It's that simple. If you overthink it and you try to predict the market, you are essentially gambling. And we all know what happens when you have gamblers in Vegas, stuff like that. The house always wins. And in this case, you will not win if you try to predict the market. So the fact is, if you can afford the mortgage now, if it makes sense financially for you, then I would say always buy. Now, I will say that on that same note, you should always consider also where you're buying and when. These are all factors, right? So for example, if you're in the military and you're getting stationed down in Mississippi, maybe that's not the best location to buy. Why? Because the home value market there always stays pretty stagnant and steady. It does not appreciate much. So I would say that unless you're planning to live there and retire there, maybe that might not be the best place to buy unless you want to buy there and you know the rental market can support the mortgage payment. Now in San Diego and other seriously fleet concentration areas, highly recommend always buying, because let's use an example. If you have the BAH of say $3,000 and you decide to rent, you are essentially spending $36,000 a year to rent that place. Now let's flip it. If we have a mortgage payment for that same $3,000, well, at least a third of that mortgage goes towards your principal. So essentially you're saving roughly $12,000 a year into the equity of your home. Now there's a 100% chance you'll never get a dime of that back if you're renting. So going back to the original question, when is it the best time to buy? I would say if you can afford it, buy it. Do not wait, because you will gamble and lose in the long run. I hope that answers some of your questions for you. And that's all we have for this week, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.